The bouncer, Brent Madden, noticed and dismissed. "Evening, boss," Brent said, flashlight scanning Elias up and down. "Private event tonight." Elias offered a polite nod. "I have a reservation. Elias Cole." Brent laughed out. "A reservation? For who?" "I'm sorry. Not seeing that name, my man. This isn't for black community. Maybe try a different place. This one's members only. People with value, not like you." Then came Elias Cole. Tall, black, composed. His suit was clean but understated. No chains, no flash. The kind of wealth that doesn't announce itself. It waits to be noticed. The rain didn't just fall, it judged. It slid down the polished glass of the city's most exclusive club, Velvet 9, like the night was cleansing itself of arrogance. Luxury cars idled outside, engines humming like lions. A line of influencers, executives, and self-proclaimed elites stood beneath the neon glow. People in line glanced over. A woman chuckled quietly. A man whispered, "Bro thought money buys class." Brent folded his arms. Broad, smug, satisfied. Elias simply looked at him, eyes still, expression unreadable. "You're right," he said finally. "Tonight's not my kind of night." He stepped aside, pulled out his phone, and made a short call. "He's still at the door," he said softly. "Let him keep working. Don't tell him yet." Then he stood there, silent, watching. Because tonight wasn't about getting in. It was about what people reveal when they think you can't open the door. Inside Velvet 9, arrogance pulsed with the bass. The air smelled of champagne, ego, and expensive perfume. Brent guarded the entrance like a king over borrowed land. "You see that guy?" he told another guard, nodding toward Elias. "Came here thinking money gets him everywhere." The other guard laughed. "Yeah, they all do." Elias didn't flinch. He just checked his watch, rain dripping off his cufflinks. Every second that passed tightened the story's coil. Then a black SUV rolled up to the curb. The door opened, and three men in dark suits stepped out, coordinated like military precision. They didn't queue. They walked straight toward Brent. "Excuse me," one said firmly, showing credentials. "Is this Velvet 9? "Yeah. What's it to you?" Brent replied. "Good. Then this is the last time you'll speak to our employer that way." Before Brent could respond, the club's manager rushed out, sweating panic. "Brent, what the hell did you do?" "What are you talking about?" "That man you turned away. He's Mr. Elias Cole. He owns this place." The world went silent. Even the rain seemed to stop. Brent's throat tightened. He turned toward Elias, still standing there, calm, collected, his silence louder than 1,000 screams. Elias walked toward the entrance. Every step he took sounded like consequence. The crowd that had laughed earlier parted like water before a ship. He reached the door. Brent stepped aside, trembling. "Sir, I didn't—" "You did," Elias interrupted softly. "You just didn't think you did." He walked past him. No shove, no insult, just quiet power. Inside, the DJ lowered the volume. The MC's voice boomed through the speakers. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the visionary behind the rebirth of Velvet 9, philanthropist and entrepreneur, Mr. Elias Cole." Applause thundered. Phones rose. Brent stood frozen, his headset buzzing with confused voices. From the upper balcony, Elias looked down at the crowd, the same faces that had looked through him minutes ago. He raised a glass. "To the doors we build," he said calmly, "and the lessons we learn when those doors test who we've become." Cheers erupted. But the words weren't for the crowd. They were for the man at the door. When the night ended and the crowd thinned, Brent remained outside. The rain had stopped, but shame poured heavier than before. Elias exited quietly. No bodyguards now, no applause, just stillness. Brent lowered his head. Sir, I'm truly sorry. I wasn't thinking. Elias studied him for a moment. No, he said. You were thinking, just not enough. Brent's voice shook. I swear it wasn't about race or anything. I just... Elias interrupted, tone sharper. It's always about something you think is small, a tone, a look, a decision made in comfort. That's how arrogance hides, behind excuses. Brent swallowed hard. Please, sir, I'll take whatever punishment you decide. Elias looked up at the glowing sign above them, Velvet 9. You like this job? Yes, sir. Then keep it. Sir? Keep it. You'll still guard this door, but from now on, you greet everyone the same, because you'll never know who you're turning away. He stepped closer, his voice calm but cutting. And Brent, don't mistake kindness for weakness. The difference between mercy and revenge is wisdom. Then he walked away, disappearing into the city's hum. Weeks passed. The story spread through the city. The bouncer who turned away the owner. Brent became known not for arrogance but for humility. He greeted every guest with respect, even the ones who looked ordinary, especially them. One evening, a young man in cheap clothes approached the door nervously. Brent smiled and said, "Welcome to Velvet 9, sir." The man blinked in surprise. You don't need to call me, sir." "Oh, I do," Brent said with a small smile. "You never know who owns the building." Inside, high above on the mezzanine, Elias watched from the shadows, calm, proud, and silent. He didn't smile much, but tonight he did. Because true change doesn't happen when a man is punished. It happens when he understands. The world tests your character in moments of control. Some doors are physical, others are spiritual. The difference between arrogance and greatness is the ability to remember that power is never proven by who you keep out, but by how you treat those trying to come in. Every action has a mirror, and sometimes karma's reflection comes wearing a suit. If this story moved you, don't just scroll. Share this lesson with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Hidden Tales Stories for more cinematic revenge and karma stories that open the eyes and stir the soul. Your support helps us keep telling stories that change how the world thinks.